We were in the other bar watching it.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Also here.
Hey. You guys see it? Did you watch it? When did it end? How long ago did it end?
Just now.
Just now. We left before the very ending. We were in the other bar watching it, and we tried to catch it so it was still on, but we missed it. So
guys, welcome to Bolinale, first of all.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you to bring your work.
A crazy movie.
If there is other people involved,
Yeah, Svetlana,
come on up, guys. Come on up.
We have actors and crew, and they're coming over from the other bar too. Yeah, they're coming from the other bar. There's people coming.
So whoever on the other bar, they should be able to watch us.
Never see it. Okay,
So
cool.
if you guys are there, part of the movie, just come here.
They're not showing it.
No, yeah, they are. Yeah.
They
Well, we started now.
No,
They don't have the light chambers.
No, but it started now.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh, really?
That's okay. Yeah,
I
it
didn't
works.
know.
It's great.
But they're
So
coming.
what do we do?
Okay.
Anyway.
I didn't know that.
What,
Yeah, he's gonna ask.
you're gonna ask questions to me, or am I gonna ask
You're
questions?
gonna tell us first of all who you are. Then we
Okay.
see what we are.
We see what happens.
Okay.
I am Michael Glover, the writer and director of the film. This is Rudolpho's Jubilee, and this is Robyn, Rosenkrantz, the producer of the film, and we're also, of course, the band that's playing it, right? Gorilla. That's the deal. You want to say something?
We let the other people introduce
Yeah, sure.
themselves.
Who are you?
My name is Svetlana. It's quite difficult. I did the sound recording for the
Sound
film
first.
and the sound
Yes.
film.
Name's Tony Garcia. I was an extra, aka one of the concert fans involved.
Good job.
Yeah.
And we have some other actors that are coming, they're walking over here now, so they'll probably pop in too.
Yeah.
But, and you want to, any questions, or should we take from the audience or what?
Yeah, well, first I would like to know a bit of the production. This is massive
It's
work.
massive, yeah.
A lot of
It's,
people
a
involved.
lot of people, a lot of like also good people. I mean, in all different locations.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's start from a simple question. Like, how long did it take?
It basically took, we had 300 people from 36 different countries. And it was an artist collective, because it was very, very, very low budget thing, almost no budget. And so we relied on artists and fellow, friends and artists to make it. We had, it took us, I think we shot for 38 days, maybe, 38 days of shooting. Gregor, come on up. One of the actors. We shot for 38 days in Berlin and in Italy. And that's it. This is Gregor. He's one of the bohemians in the Bohemian house. He's the one that makes the designs of the Bohemian house.
And also,
And Rob.
He's also the guy with the red face and the red arms. Do you remember his name?
There's two.
Right? Say hello, Gregor.
Hello, Gregor.
Nina, the tango dancer. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nina. I'm founder of the tango. If you want to learn some tango, just come to me. And we have private
Great, we have so many
lessons.
people here. Move over, guys.
My favorite costume designer is
The guy that just came up on stage was Agent Schmidt, the guy that plays the cop that's chasing the guy with the microwave. Introduce yourself, Frank.
Tell them your name.
Introduce
Hallo, my name is Frank und die Haare sind ab. Ja, also habe ich auch noch.
And
We have our fabulous costume designer. She's from Italy. Tell them your name. Beatrice Paola Ruffini.
Yes.
Grazie.
And our assistant director, please introduce yourself. Hello to everybody.
You may have recognized she also plays in a few different scenes. As a lot of you filmmakers know, with low budget filmmaking, a lot of our crew, sometimes we put them in the movie. So I think our assistant director, who's also a wonderful actress, played 6 different roles, right?
Wow.
Three.
3? Okay, 3 different roles. But our sound woman, Svetlana, you were in a few different scenes, right?
Yes, I was all over the montage for the Beautiful City song. I was in each scene there.
Wow. She's also the statue in the beginning, one of the statues. We said, we need someone that we can paint. Svetlana, can you come here and let us paint you with paint? So, do you have any questions, or should we throw it to the audience?
Well, I just wanted to say,
Whoever wants, just wave and.
Anybody wants to know something?
Yeah, look, I just want to say, can you guys guess? There's one other person on stage who is one of the living statues. Can you guess who it was? Anybody take a guess?
If you can remember that far back.
You remember in the beginning of the movie when the statues come alive, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the goddess of Hollywood backstory. She's the statue number 2. So,
Yes.
if anybody has any questions, just raise your hand. We'd be glad to answer. And if you
You should. Yeah, I mean, you cannot just get short and say it's an artist community. Period. You have to tell us what's the story behind here. Like, how is this all bunch of people connected to each other? How is it? How did it happen?
let's see.
Not on Facebook.
Let's see.
Well, the thing is, some of you may know we started as a band, Bright Blue Gorilla, and we're from Los Angeles. And about 27 years ago, we decided to quit our jobs in LA, sell everything we had, and bought one-way tickets to Europe. And our dream was to travel and play music. So we did that for many years, and lots of miracles happened. And in those 27 years, we met amazing artists all over the world.
First here, though.
Right? And
Gina?
so
Gina?
we met Roberta Bianchini 10 years ago in the Babylon Cinema, because we showed our second movie, and we've been showing movies at the Babylon Cinema for 10 years.
I think it was Gina.
And she was in the
Greg,
audience.
Gina, Greg, then we met Gregor through Gina, I think, and we met Beatrice through, I think, and through
Tommaso.
everything came from her, I think, and it slowly spread around, basically.
Right? But, when you start working with artists, they have a friend who's an artist, and they have a friend who's an artist, and it just comes together, and you become one big family. That's what I love about movie making, right? Everybody's pitching in for the love of it, and it becomes like one big family. And it's beautiful when it all comes together, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what you said about the complicated story. Robyn, she acts as producer, and I'm writer-director. So she always suggests to me that I just forget about money when I'm writing the movie. Just write it as though I have millions of dollars. And it's nice. It's a nice exercise anyway. You get to write the movie that you actually want. And then when it comes time to shoot it, we figure out some version of it. And since you've seen the movie, he stands on a bridge and he jumps in the water to kill himself. The original script, he jumps, but the rope catches on the bridge and he dangles by his foot, and it's like a big stunt and all this stuff, and it's real expensive to shoot. So we just cut from the bridge to the water, saved about $50,000. And it seems to work okay with it. So we make little constellations like that. But aside from that, we also.
Who wrote it?
I wrote it. I'm the screen. I wrote it.
You accepted inputs or just your story?
No, I write it.
Not
I
just
write it.
us.
I usually, I don't, you have to take some input if you're a director, but we really try to, fortunately, when we get to the time we're making it, it's all on the script. If it's on the page, and the way that I like to work, because I'm also an editor, the way I like to work is not really a lot of improvisation. In fact, there's no improvisation on the set until we get the shots that I want. If I get my shots, I say, okay, you guys can play around a little bit, some of the actors, because they're very good improv actors as well. But then we might get something nice. But as an editor, I like to have 5 or 6 good takes of the lines. I don't want them skipping lines. I don't want them cheating. I want to know my story is in there. So that's basically how we like to do it. And, but the most important thing in making a film is that there's something in there has to be some magic in it. And in order to have that like magic thing, you have to have, I think, a good atmosphere. So we really try to pick people very carefully, and we try to just make sure everybody's okay. We're always checking in with everybody. You all right? You okay? What do you need? You know, and everybody seems to do that to each other, I think. Even though some of the days were really long, everybody's like, "You need help? What can I do?" They're like, "Don't you think?"
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Definitely. But still, it was fun nonetheless. Definitely, it was still fun nonetheless to be part of the concert scene. And
You want to talk to the mic so they can hear?
sure.
Yeah, tell them how you found the film, or how did we find you, or you find us, or
Well,
is that Facebook?
definitely, but first,
Little Facebook.
first, I got to know you guys through one of my acting teachers from my former acting school, Art of Acting, and it was stated in emails that that you guys needed extras.
Astrid?
No, Verena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was one of our former acting teachers, and it was stated that there was a forwarded email, and I was like, yeah, sure, I would definitely love to be a part of this film as well. And I found it really cool. I got to meet a lot of really, really wonderful people, especially you guys. And it was a generally wonderful atmosphere. It was quite relaxed. And it just seemed as though that the carol that I had on my shoulders was pretty much melted away, thanks to that really, really awesome atmosphere.
See if we can. Gina, ad lib. You want to say something about your experience and your
Or what made you want to do it, or what was challenging, or?
It was very, very beautiful to be again in my fourth film with Michael, and Michael is right word for me. It's my Wes Anderson, my personal Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson with tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes, yes. And what I liked also is, yeah, with my partner, we had a beautiful love scene where we have to kiss. And then 5 minutes before he came to the set, he just had a bicycle accident. So he came to the set, and I was just preparing myself to kiss him. And then I look at him and said, "Ah, should I kiss you? Ah, who are you?" And he had like such an eye, a really big eye, because he just fall down the bicycle, and it was really big. And so
let me explain that. I got to explain a little bit more about that, because the actor that she worked with, he hit his head so badly on the sidewalk right before the scene that it had puffed out like this. So if you ever see the film again, the scene by the water where they're doing the romantic scene, it's very strange body language, because he's walking backwards and he's pulling her towards the lake, because we don't want to see the eye that is swollen up. And fortunately, the hair and makeup department we had was fantastic, and they were able to, in the coming days, even though he came to the set by the second or third day, it was absolutely blue. His whole left side of his face was blue. And they were able to really cover it up and ice it so much, they froze it so much that it shrunk down for about 5 minutes at a time. We could get our shots, and they would swell up, and then they'd ice it again, they'd make them up, we'd get another take. It was quite amazing. But poor Gina had to really act there when she was acting romantic.
and also the very beautiful part of this movie, because in the other movies we just shoot in Berlin or Los Angeles, and in this movie we had the possibility or to travel also to Italy. It was for me beautiful. Also, I had to be actor. It was a beautiful experience, very strange experience. I couldn't smile for half a day. It was very difficult for me. And but it was this beautiful villa. We had such a great experience in my country. I'm Italian, and I love it because they gave me the possibility to travel and to enjoy, to make movies.
Frank, do you want to tell the story? Maybe about the microwave scene. You guys remember he was chasing the microwave?
Ja, vielleicht gar nicht so, also ich spreche auf Deutsch, nicht so bewandert im Englischen. Nein, also mein hierher zu Gorilla war schon im erzählenswerte Geschichte, und zwar hatten die da annonciert bei United. Mit meinen tollen Englischkenntnissen habe mindestens eine Woche oder 10 Tage überlegt, ob ich mich überhaupt bewerben sollte. Dann habe ich mich beworben und wurde eingeladen, kam rein, hallo, hallo. Und das allererste war, wir wollen dich. Wir wissen noch nicht wofür, aber wir wollen dich. Und dann haben sie mich auf 2 Rollen gecastet und dann wurde es eine völlig andere. Und das kam mit dem Überlassen.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I think there's a question.
I unfortunately went in when the movie was over, so I didn't saw it. So I wanted to ask if there's any possibility to watch it.
Well,
will
yeah,
be.
a couple things.
Will
We're,
be.
you know, because we're a band, we tour with the movies, and we're about to go do almost 40 shows around Europe. We're going on tour now, and usually, there wasn't time tonight, but usually we play a little concert before the movie and then screen the movie. So have cards with us, and we also have an email list. If you want to keep in touch, we'll let you know where we're going. Sign the email list, you get entered into a contest, the You Can Be a Star contest, to win a part in our next movie. So okay, yeah, we have these postcards. So
Also on iTunes.
yeah, if the movie is going to be released on iTunes in May. Tonight we have our last movie with us, Go with Le Flow, which we shot in Berlin, and we have Jubilee soundtracks and some CDs. So we're selling everything for €5. Just see us after if you want to see, you know, our other stuff. Unfortunately, we just did 5 screenings at the Babylon, El Kino, and this is our last Berlin screening. Other countries, so please take a card, look at our website, and maybe we can see you somewhere else. That would be great. And we'll be in Hamburg actually in April, so we're close by. I think Gregor is not only an actor, but he's really a fashion designer. And I want him to tell you about one of the locations that we shot at, which is an amazing place in Berlin, the Friendly Society.
Yeah. Talk about it, Greg.
Talk about the Friendly Society. Yes, no, yeah, okay, there's one scene that's been, no, actually a few scenes.
Yeah.
There's like downstairs in my studio, Tango there in the studio where Rudolpho is working for a for the fashion show that was later, no, actually it was before later, I don't know. He's editing, it's upside down, but we did a lot of stuff in our gallery design store, what is near Zionskirchplatz, called Friendly Society. And actually that was the point, what I want to say when you said how you met the Gorillas. We met because we also do a music salon in our gallery design store like once a month. And there's one wonderful friend of mine, Carmen Underwater, and they are friends because of making music. And
no, Go with the Flow. We got
wait,
that.
yeah, that's why. And she was wearing a dirndl that I made. I made Berlin dirndls. It was a crazy idea because I just felt I want to make some kind of northern German Bavarian crossover punk thing with South African fabrics. So she went for a concert and she needed a dirndl, so she was wearing this. Posted a picture on Facebook, and they were looking for Go with the Flow for some German outfits. So they needed dirndls. So they saw the picture, then they asked Carmen made the connection. We met in the Friendly Society, and then I showed them some of my dresses. They say, oh, perfect. And then we had some fun together that Michael said also, I think we want to have you in the movie. So
Both movies.
but yeah, that was the first where I'm playing garderobier. I don't know the word in English.
Costume designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wardrobe guy.
Wardrobe guy, yeah.
Wardrobe.
And after this, we had so much fun over there, and that they decide they want to have me again. And we had a wonderful summer last summer. That's nearly a year ago, no? 15? Yeah, that's 15.
Can you tell more about the Friendly Society?
Can you say more about the Friendly Society? The Friendly
Maybe
Society.
in German? In German?
General.
Oh, in general.
In general, the Friendly Society is an art design culture platform what we founded 2003, and we have a gallery part
design part, and I'm doing the event part because I'm actually from the music corner and I'm doing costume design and being, I don't know, somebody said I was Facebook before Facebook existed because I'm a hyperactive super networker and I have so many stories in my head that people tell me that somehow I meet other people that I can bring them together and connect them. So 2003, Christian is an artist and I'm a designer. And we also fashion models now again. Yeah, this is the fashion part in it. Yeah, we always have open on the weekends. We also have a website, friendlysociety.de, where you can see what we do, what we present. We're always open for new designers and also artists. We're having not that big space, but we're always in movement. So also for our music salons. So this is why actually we're always connecting people and hopefully always having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Krista.
Yeah,
and this is how I met Krista. And Krista is also in a calendar project about bees that we started, that we made in last autumn for the Wohnungsbaugesellschaft Mitte, for a culture project for saving the big city bees. She was also one of the superstar models of my bee.
Superstar model.
Yes, superstar model.
So, Chris, also a little bit about the atmosphere, how we make the movies, how we put it together, how it feels. Right in the
I
mic.
don't know, maybe there are more questions.
Are you bored? If you have questions,
Yeah.
Definitely.
If I didn't get wrong, you were a band before.
yeah, we're a band.
Oh, no, only a band, but you band without movies. How do you switch to movies?
How did we get into the movies? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, oh, thanks, Kristen. Yeah,
Okay, the question is, how and why did we get into it? The question is, we started as a band, so how and why did we get into the movies? And basically, I've been, our songs, if you see us live, a lot of our songs are like stories already. We kind of write story songs most of the time. And I started writing plays. We've been touring for 20 years as Red Blue Gorilla. So after a while, I started writing plays for the stage. Yeah, I started writing plays for the stage, scripts. And then we started putting those on sometimes during our concerts, or we started putting on shows. And then Robyn and I got into a movie as Bright Blue Gorilla, as a band, with Alec Baldwin, the actor, famous actor. And quite a bit of money from that. So we had enough to buy a camera, a movie camera. Because I thought, well, I'm writing plays and I'm directing plays. Most of our friends are actors or professional people. So why don't we make a movie? So we bought a movie camera, and this was 6 films ago. We made our first film. Basically a musical story about a young girl that's staying with her strange aunt and uncle, sort of hippie aunt and uncle. And to our surprise, people really liked the film, and they bought the DVD, and cinemas asked us to screen it. So we started doing, this is back in 2005, our first film. And so we made a second one, and it did better, and the third one did better, fourth one did better, and then the previous one, the 5th one, we shot in Berlin. And that was picked up by a distributor, a French distributor, and it's actually on iTunes, Netflix, and did okay, really, for a very small film. And then we are here, now at Mr. Rudolpho's Jubilee. We have a distributor of the same French company that is also a co-producer. And now, oddly enough, people are knowing us as movie makers, knowing me as a director, more than as a musician now. It was a total fluke. I didn't plan it, and that's where we are.
And I wanted to say something too. I know there's a lot of filmmakers here. When we first started making movies, we said, we're not going to spend the money to go to film school. We don't have it. We're just going to start making movies and learn by doing. And we're going to make a lot of mistakes, but every movie is going to get better. And we're going to finish our movies fast. We're not going to take 5 years or 10 years to try to get the money, or someone says, yes, now you can make your movie. So I encourage everybody, if you have a creative idea, to gather your creative friends and just start making it and finish it. And don't worry if it's not perfect. You know, you're going to learn by doing it. And that was our philosophy. Just do it. Everybody can. If we can do it, you can do it. Right?
Have any more questions, anybody?
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
Because Michael, you said earlier you don't like so much improvisation on set, and that you whatever the script said, and then you go out, and still this does obviously not look like a film that has been green-lighted by a studio with a final shooting script, and then there's a 32-day shooting schedule. The sense that there's your travel that is involved with it. How's the there's a lot of improvisation on the outer side of it while you do it, while you make it. How does that influence the content of the movie? How does that work?
That's an interesting question. Sort of a for those that are listening on the PA is basically, I said a few minutes ago I didn't like the actors to improvise with the lines because I like the lines to be done as written. But the question was, there seems to be a lot of improvisation in how we make the film. And now that's true because especially if you're working with a very low budget, you don't necessarily get the location you're thinking of, or you don't get the same kind of car that you've written in the picture, or you, instead of a motorcycle, you can only get a bicycle for the day. And so how does the story? Now these kind of things, that does go in it. And that's part of what I think makes the thing alive. Is there's always a sense of barely being able to do it, and also having to do it really fast because you don't have much time. For example, the scene that I mentioned before where Rudolpho tries to kill himself and he jumps off the bridge, well, we wanted to shoot that in a particular part of town, which is very touristic. It's always crowded. So I thought, well, if we go on Sunday night at 2 a.m., it won't be crowded. So we went there Sunday night at 2 a.m. and it was packed. Tons of tourists, tons of summer tourists all over the place. And we can't have a suicide scene when there's 3 Americans drinking beer 10 feet away from the guy. And so all of a sudden, thunder hits and one of those weird Berlin rainstorms just pours down and the wind comes in. It gets suddenly cold and raining. And all the tourists ran into the bars. And so I looked at the camera crew and I said, let's go. So we ran into the rain.
That was real rain, okay?
And so we couldn't afford Hollywood rain. So that was one of the things that I think helps give it that special something, because there's always a very good chance that we won't get the shot, but somehow we figure out how to get it. So I think if that answers your question. And I don't know how much longer we want to go, or do you want to add anything, or any more questions, anybody?
Beatrice wanted to say
Maybe
something.
One second. What?
There's a question though.
Another couple of questions. We have one more short.
One more film. Okay. Okay. Well, one more question. So, a couple more. What do you have a question?
I like your figures, the types of the extras.
Oh.
Very special, very special. The bad guys and the other one.
Oh, thank you.
Very special.
The character types. She likes the character types. Thank you.
Fellini. Fellini.
Yes, Fellini is one of my favorites, and I like that. I like someone with character.
I mean, I was looking. So different types. Great.
Well, thank you very much. The comment was about how we have very character-y people in the films, and I like that, and that's also something that is, if you're an independent enough director, then you can make your own choices. Otherwise, really, people with money say, no, I want somebody better looking, or I want my girlfriend to play that part, or I want, they start imposing the money people start imposing their imprint on the picture. Sometimes that can be okay, but I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Any other questions before we move on to the next thing? You have a question?
The Bohemian community where it was shot.
Bohemian House.
The film location question is the film location where we shot the sort of the Bohemian House. That was a children's playground in Prenzlberg. And when I was writing the script, we walked by this place, and it was perfect. And so I wrote it in the script. We talked to the people, and they were open to the idea of having a film there. But then, and I wrote my script with that in mind. Then they had a meeting. They called me and said, sorry, we had a meeting and we decided we don't want filming. We never want anybody to film this location. So we had a terrible time because I've written the movie about that place. We looked and looked and looked and could not find another place. We almost settled on another place that was really not as good at all. And then, right as we were about to do that, the original place called again and said, this is about 3 weeks later, they said, hey, we had another meeting and we changed our mind, you could shoot here. And it's like, oh, great. So we immediately jumped on it and we shot there for I think 9 days or something. And it's right there, you can walk by. It's on Kohlwitz. Yeah, Kohlwitzplatz, yeah.
It's a great.
Any last question before I don't want to take time from the other film. Anybody else? Well, thank you guys. And Robyn, let me let Robyn close here.
Thank you. And thanks to Bodinali and all of you for being here, and all the filmmakers, Luca. We're very honored. This is our first film festival.
So, first of all, thank you guys to come and to share everything with us. And this is your first time around here. So this is Bodinale. Everyone that watched the movie, they are in a way already involved. So guys, you know the rules. If you like it, just share. From May, people can buy it. So if you start now to push it around, in a couple of months, maybe people are interested and want to buy. So just give a big push, please.
I thought of something. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
One more thing we really, 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 really need your help with.
Make a review of this film on IMDb.
Yes, if you go to IMDb, you can vote with the star system, and we already have 12 good reviews. So please review it. That will really help us. We really appreciate it. Dankeschön.
Danke. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. We do our best. I used to run it. Now I run it anymore. But it's crazy, yeah. It's worth checking.
Thanks so much.
So we.
Nee, ich poste das auf alle Zimmer.
Ja, das ist
Not a festival, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Was war
It's no, there's this girl. She asked me to be the last one.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you so much.
Be careful. Then you step down.
Oh, schön.
Naja, das hat mich der schlägt mit der Manche ist nicht wiedergekommen. Ja, ich habe den.